I don't even have chat open.
Nice, nice. Just welcome in general.
Yeah, okay, it's open now. I can read things.
Skullgirls Get Gr8 is now live.
No way.
Wow. Whoa, it's fucking
0% chance. I've been asleep for the last hour and a half. I'm not fully awake yet.
I think you're awake.
I don't feel awake. I'm really dehydrated, and one of those moves where it still feels like, well, I'm drinking water, but it's like everything still feels like a dream, you know?
Yeah, where you're like, is this real?
Yeah.
Am I alive?
So let's do a stream like that.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So Penny.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
No. Not in the slightest. I'm not even plugging in my stick. I'm using my keyboard to make the lobby.
Perfect. Also, sound is fine.
Good, I haven't touched nothing.
Good.
Welcome to Skullgirls.
Get great.
Check for insect people and see what kind of medication or drugs. He was wearing this. Catholic boy. One way forceps?
Alright. I don't think anyone's actually here yet, except for Dr. Doctor. You're cool.
Doctor's cool.
But if by any chance Tucker is here, join the lobby, which you can do through the Steam link that I could get right now. I think I'm in the group chat. Twitch is removing bots.
Wait, what?
So that's gonna suck for us.
Wait, why are they removing bots?
They weren't cool enough. They're removing the API. None of the bots are gonna work anymore.
But the bots are so useful.
Yeah, not anymore. They're not.
What the fuck? What do you mean they're just removing it? They're not like
the API is gone. They're removing
replacing
it. No, it's gone.
Updating it?
They're like closed sourcing it and like.
That's dumb.
Alright, there's the lobby link. Tucker, if you're in chat, go ahead and paste that into your browser. Crank said we can make it work, but I'll trust Crank.
We'll have the identity of the boy in the tree within the hour.
Frank's gonna get himself banned on Twitch for like hacking into the servers.
Good. That's not Tucker.
That's not Tucker. Get out of here, Doctor.
It's not your turn yet, silly.
Get out of here, you heck. Can we ban him now?
Heck
If he
no.
doesn't listen. I wanna ban him.
In other news, while we wait for Tucker, I'm freaking out a little bit because I might gotta do. Okay, well, if you gotta go in 20, we'll do your matchup first. I think I remember you saying that, and then I forgot about it because I'm delusional. So let's start with, because Drytrap's here too. Let's start with Dr. Doctor vs. Drytrap.
Yeah, that'll get it done as well. While we wait for like Tucker and all to appear.
Drytrap, you're up. You're going first.
Because Doctor is gonna get banned if he doesn't.
It's not a suicide. No, it's not. And if anyone step into the forensics area.
In other news, I'm freaking out because you know how like not everybody has someone talking in their brain.
Wait, what?
When you think of things, does your brain talk? It's 5 matches this time, Dr. Doctor.
Sometimes.
Mine, I always have a voice in my head. I don't know. It's not even my voice. It's just a voice.
I just hear noise whenever I think.
No, mine is an actual voice. And it freaked me out when I first heard that people didn't have that. But today I learned that not everybody has, when they imagine something, they can't see it in their brain either.
Yeah.
That freaks me out too.
Because there's I remember seeing that before because like some person was talking about how they draw and they said they could not visually visualize an apple. The only reason that they can draw apples is because they've seen it before.
Yeah. Nah, that's weird. Okay, hold on. In Get Great news, that should never work. I saw lots of Bayo jumping hard punch. You land canceled it like twice. If you land cancel it and then jab, you get to counter hit punish. It's very good to punish that move since it's a very good move. If you notice him jumping a lot, your anti-air should not be A-trained because if he doesn't jump, you die. Your anti-air should be jumping forward and trying to land cancel him until he starts air grabbing or something.
Oh, so that giant step into the brass into super was probably not worth your while because I feel like it's skilled as heck if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but when you're solo versus duo, I could see it. Just because
okay,
it's
fair
just...
enough.
I still
But,
wouldn't do it, but like, what else are you gonna use your meter as solo band?
True. I mean, it's good to do if it's going to kill, of course. Like if that brass hadn't killed, like that was a good time to do it, regardless.
You always do the brass. It's just the
Yeah.
super you don't do
The
sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think specifically, if you're playing on a team, if you're playing like a band point team like Sever Kenji does, it's a god-awful idea, unless you can convert off of it. Or if you just happen to either be snapped in or you raw tagged or something and bans in and you have other people, don't do it. But if you're solo, when else are you going to use the meter? I wouldn't do it if you're on a trio and you're anchor band either, because you're doing trio scaled damage and that's like 0 damage. But like, when else are you going to use the meter here? It's fine.
Imagine 0 damage scaled. That would be awful. Also, why...
Roundstar Airwolf is not a habit you want to get into, because it's punishable post Super Flash by every character in the game.
It worked out because Dry Trap jumped backwards, but I don't know why he did, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, you should be punishing these jump hard punches. None of this pressure is real. Also, it's a little bit more awkward because you're solo, but these A-Train assist calls can also be punished. Normally you do it by counter calling your assist, but you know, you don't have one of those. You can still do... I don't think stand medium kick works. I think if you do like stand hard punch, if you have time for that, you could jump cancel it because you hit the assist, which means you can block immediately and it's safe. Alright, that's not a reversal super either. It worked out because you hit the crouch light kick, but if you're going to reversal super, you should punch.
You can punish that Dry Trap with beat extend, but you were hit there, so
yeah.
You couldn't. But you cannot. I think, didn't you say that everybody has an answer to Airwolf?
Everybody can beat Airwolf post Super Flash.
Yeah.
Which makes it not a very good super. Outside of setups and combos.
That's a solid combo.
Yeah, it's because we told him to optimize his damage too. And it works out, because that is exactly why you want to do that.
Yeah, that just killed.
I would recommend, you didn't need it here, but I would recommend learning the corner side switch combo too. That puts you in the corner and then mid-screen. Because it makes your level 3 do even more damage, since more trumpets are hitting them. You didn't need it there, but there's probably a few situations where that's going to pop up and be important. If you're going to commit to solo ban, that kind of stuff is quite good. I love the zebra lady. I don't know anything about it, but I love the zebra lady. Alright, that's not a very good round start. Usually you want your hands on your controller at the round start. That's usually pretty good advice. Get the chair back. I like the bait. If you're gonna commit to the heavy, which shouldn't anyway, don't do the Bella thing where you do launcher into throw. It's never gonna work. It's really bad. If they push anything or if they move at all, you're going to whiff and die. If you're gonna commit to the heavy, do like a chair toss, do like a, I don't know, maybe a blitzer if you're feeling spicy. Oh, is my mouse cursor in? Normally it doesn't get picked up.
Nice.
I'm using a different capture this time because it's what I already had set up.
Oh, so you don't have her on your screen right now, but I'm a fan of the Dragon Lady.
Of course you are.
Of course I am. Do you like neutral?
Yeah, a lot of this shouldn't be neutral. Dr. Doctor's committing to a lot of things you can just punish, like the grabs and the sweeps, and... As banned, your neutral should probably be a lot less jumpy. You don't really need to jump very much as banned.
Oh.
And I'll always say, I think ground grabs suck. And that's one of the reasons.
Was that a good choice for Versus? Shouldn't level 1 have been better?
That's fine.
That was risky, if I would say.
It doesn't matter. They're both risky.
Yeah,
if you're not sure if level 1's gonna kill, you might as well do level 3, because both will get you killed on block. If you want a good DP, you would use H-Toss, but that's grab vulnerable, so that would have lost there. Yeah, no, grab grabs heckin' suck. If they push a button or if they move, you get counter hit and die.
Also, I guess he could have DHC'd, but it's banned, so...
Yeah, you still would have just died.
Yeah.
Don't give him a reason to snap, because then he'll just heal. He'll remember he can do it.
Yeah.
That's something you want them to know.
It's like, oh yeah, they've got another character.
Not saying that you don't know you can do it, Dry Trap, just saying, like, just in case they're not thinking about it. If you DHC out, they might start thinking about it. And you want to avoid that. That was punishable. A lot of things that are punishable that are just going unpunished, even with just lights. Beowulf is really scary when you're not punishing him, because he can do whatever the heck he wants, and it's almost impossible to do anything about. But the way you do something about it is you punish the things that you can punish.
I don't think you're pressing a button against the sweeps. I think you're trying to parry that. Don't do that. You can just block it.
Well, he's push blocking the sweep after blocking it too. Don't do that.
Yeah, but there's also points where like he's getting hit. So there is,
yeah.
And it's not. I don't think I saw the heart, so he's not pressing buttons. So he wasn't like backdashing or anything as far as I could see.
Blocking and punishing is pretty good. Also, I'll say. All right. I'll say that I don't remember what I was about to say. Okay, we're doing the rock, paper, scissors neutral.
The rock, paper, scissors has just killed Penny's Fox.
Oh my god.
The A-Train got... Oh, the breath.
That is not what you want to do. I'm gonna hope that was a misinput. If you're going to play solo band, keep yourself safe. Number one priority should be stay safe. You have 0 backups. You have 0 fallbacks. You're just a big band. You have to stay safe. People like teams that have like double or something can just say, oh, whatever, I'll mash, because then it'll be my turn if it gets blocked. They can just cat heads. No, you're big band. You don't get that.
You have to play safe and pick the right times to actually attack.
And Sam hates himself for saying
that.
Which
I don't know if you heard it in my voice, but I was struggling to say that.
But it is how you play these kinds of characters. Sam.
No. You gotta... Don't follow this advice, but you gotta smash your face into
if you're gonna push block him out, don't die to grab. That's not what you want to be. That was probably not a DHC I would have done.
You gotta be careful with using the giant scepter and as a mix-up, because it's reactable. So it is.
Yeah.
Both
of you just seem desperate to get a hit. Here's a fun fact about fighting games, right? Hitting your opponent isn't the most important thing in the game. If you... I'm gonna sound so stupid. I'm not wording it right because I'm so tired. But if you try your hardest to hit your opponent, you are going to lose. the best way to hit them is when it's guaranteed, or something. If you punish them, you're hitting your opponent. You weren't pushing anything. They did something unsafe. You get to hit your opponent, even though you weren't trying to hit them.
But what if they just do nothing but safe?
That's when PBGCs in this game come in, because you can still beat safe pressure with PBGCs. You don't need to push a button to hit your opponent. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm kind of just talking about footsies. There's whiff punishing, there's normal punishing, there's, you know, there's a lot more options other than jabs hitting people, you know? Alright, GG's. Tucker, are you here in chat?
You could also add them in the Discord.
True.
No. The day Nestor received his implant.
Oh, the Dragon Ball Season 3 update's been released.
And the first thing he heard was my voice.
Wonder what's in there. The Dragon Ball update's coming.
New Goku every
There is
time.
a new Goku.
It's always a new Goku.
Ultra Instinct Goku is going to be awesome, though. Because Ultra Instinct Goku is kind of just awesome.
It's just a Goku, though.
But he plays so... He's going to play so different than anyone else in the game. I don't care if it's Goku. It's a new character.
That thing, like... do you remember whenever, like, Marvel got the flack for, like, oh, like, they're just functions?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the same thing, because they're all just Goku, but they function
That's not the
differently.
same thing.
They're all
That's
Goku,
literally the opposite.
but they function differently.
Yeah, but that's not what they meant by things are function and infinite. Tucker does need someone if they're here.
One die. No matter how you jump, the highway does not break. What about wait?
Hey, Claw.
The Clock Knight's Tucker?
Supposedly.
Kilos under 200 pounds. The weight of a muscular man.
You could also match up Tucker against Hardlight.
I would not do that,
Why?
because there's a very big hour difference.
Fair enough. Hi gamers. Hello Henze, with your dog.
Alright, hit me with the Dragon Ball sauce.
We're waiting on people, Clawmaster. That's what we're
Alright,
doing.
Dragon Ball just got better.
Why?
You can pick your assists. You're not forced into an assist. You can pick your assists.
Wait, you can
They did the Skullgirls thing.
Oh no, that's gonna change a lot of
That's
shit.
awesome.
That's actually gonna.
Oh, you can't
like,
choose out of any move. There's 3 different assists, but it's still awesome.
That's still good because that's gonna change. Quite
So
a
it's
bit.
more Marvel than Skullgirls, but it's still heckin' good.
That's gonna change a lot of setups and stuff as far as.
I changed a lot of characters were bad because their assists suck.
Yeah. If they got a good assist, then it's good.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm hyped about that.
You like calling like what do you call him?
What Senior Kamada was doing in that
Broly, and he just does beat extend with his
Yeah,
two
yeah,
dice.
yeah, yeah. Can't wait for Broly Extend. Anger Extend.
Broly extend. Angry.
Yeah. Angie Extend.
Angry extend. What was that thing that the Pokemon is? Hamgi?
It looks like they're... Wait, what did you just say?
I was like, what do you call that thing that the Pokemon gets? Like, isn't it Hamgi? Like the Pokemon
I don't know
that's
anything
like,
about
if
that.
it gets hungry, it gets angry, so it gets angry.
It looks like they shrunk Broly.
Shrunk?
Not by a lot, but enough to where you can jump over him like any other character.
Oh, they didn't change like his model. They just changed his.
Yeah, his
Hitbox?
hurt box got shrunk.
Yeah,
Which I'm fine with.
yeah. He's too big anyway.
by outsiders.
DBFZ's different than SG. It's a lot slower than SG. There's a lot more neutral than SG. SG probably has the least neutral in any fighting game I've ever played. And I really like neutral. Does Hard Light need someone? Yes, Hard Light does need someone.
We could fight Hard Light while Clock Knight's getting set up.
So we can do Hard Light versus Sandy Dandy Dino if you want to pop in. You can hit a button, but it's push block is like such a risk in that game that high level just doesn't, because if it gets baited, you die.
Like music.
Well, to get to the block string, you still have to play neutral. There's an there's a step 1 there. Whereas SG is just you're dead. I'm not saying that Dragon Ball has a lot of neutral. I'm just saying it has more neutral than Skullgirls. It ain't no Street Fighter or something. Still just skimming this video. It says they're adding some kind of mechanic to stop one-sided games. I don't know what that's gonna be. Hello, we are done waiting for Tucker. We are... Yep, you're up. And you're fighting Sandy Dandy Dino.
That's our hanging bed.
I think it's the link's still on my clipboard. There we go.
I messaged him to say, like, hey, Clock Knight would just do yours after it will, so that he has time to get set up.
Now, my least favorite thing about this Dragon Ball assist system is they just call the moves by their names, and I don't know what any of these moves are called. I know the inputs, I know what the community calls them. It's just like SG, I don't know what any of the actual move names are. It's Drill Super. What's the actual name? Heckin' I don't know, it's Drill Super.
No, that's a Draco question.
Yeah, Draco would know.
Draco, didn't Draco used to actually say the name of his specials?
Yeah,
like
still
in his combos.
I've never even played story mode. I don't know Skullgirls lore.
Disgusting. Yeah, I know, it's disgusting.
Yeah, no, they don't show the inputs for the assist. Some of them are pretty obvious, like Kamehameha. I wonder what that is.
That's the Broly dash. So it is.
Oh, by the way, they gave Krillin a beam. That's exciting. He might be good now. Not good, but better. Not just throwing rocks at people.
I'll take you down to headquarters.
You're not an SG player anymore. I don't make up. That's fine. I don't want to be an SG player. Heck that.
You want to be a Tekken player?
I wanted to be an MKX player.
And a professional StarCraft co-op player?
Yeah, professional co-op. Hey, fun fact, if they ever do the third blitzer on block, it's punishable. MKX was a good fighting game. Alright, we got a mix here? There's a lot of buttons coming out. So, Hard Light, your first thought... I'm not saying Sandy Dandy's doing something wrong for it, because it's working so far. What I'm saying is, Hard Light, you should notice exactly that. There's a lot of buttons. They're going to push buttons out of things. Look for... If you know they're going to push buttons, you don't... you probably could have let that finish. If you know they're going to push buttons after whatever they do, you don't need to punish something that's unsafe. If it's minus enough, or just minus at all, you can jab and beat whatever button they push. If they do a move that's -4, you have 4 extra frames before them where your jab will come out. So don't be afraid to push buttons if they're pushing a lot of buttons like that. Nope. Too many JMK.
school, the tapes, and share.
I think Card Light also doesn't have like solid like B&B routes yet.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to say for Sandy, use less L Danger. That thing sucks. That thing's really bad. It's kind of an anti-air, but she has Crouch Light Punch that's better at that. It's really bad, like, in a forward hitbox. It's really bad on block. It's really bad on whiff. Don't do that one. Also, because you're Robo, you don't need to go in. You can stay back and shoot things. You don't gotta go in with the JMKs or JMPs and stuff. You're also sitting on 5 bars. You probably want to use those at some point. Okay.
That is a lot of fireballs.
Yeah. Fireball Super is not safe, but when you're not, like, point blank, it's hard to punish. You can make it whiff, but, yeah.
Why not the bed? Why not your own? It was only 10 feet away. I don't know. It was because
More drops. Fortunate. That was a counter hit. Fun Skullgirls fact: if you ever see the broken heart come above your character, you screwed up. You never want to see that ever.
You pressed the button when you shouldn't have.
There is that is something you want to eliminate from your games completely.
Anytime you see a broken heart, your heart should be broken.
Yeah, basically. And that's probably too extreme, but I am very safe. Yeah, you have to PBGC Fireball Super to punish it.
Wait, what does that mean? You're very safe.
I mean, like, because I'm a safe player, because there's some players that are like, oh, in these situations you have to mash, you never want to block. And I'm like, yeah, but that means I see the heart. I don't want that. But especially situations like that, where you get hit with the crouch medium punch, or medium kick, or whatever that move was, and then you get counter hit again by the next normal, you do not want to be mashing something after you get hit. If you get hit, the frame data is so far in the other person's side. I'm not talking about, like, out of resets, because some resets are just mashable. But out of, like, combos and block strings that you got hit by, hit strings, you do not want to be pushing buttons. The frame data is so in their advantage.
It seems like Carlight knows like a route, but they're not fast at their inputs.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: if Abeo does taunt in the corner like that, you get to punish. Rabble for a long time abused that, where he'd taunt. They knew that they could come in with a button and punish, and then he'd airwolf them out of their button and get a combo. Because you can cancel taunt into airwolf. That's a gimmick, but you know it's a good one.
Wait, how did he get the taunt?
He just taunt in the corner like that, where you get to punish him. But he'd cancel the taunt into Airwolf and counter hit you out of whatever button you pushed. It was a good joke. It's not actually good, but like, you know, it's good.
It's a good meme.
Yeah. If they're pushing a ground button on incoming, you've already screwed something up. You're playing a different game. Yeah, on incoming. Alright. should be a double snap. She fell out. If you're gonna spend the meter on the assist like that, you should spend it on a snap. I mean, you dropped it, but killing the character is a lot better than doing a little bit of damage to the character. That's a maths.
Doing a little bit of damage equals better than no damage.
Boop, boop. That's not safe. I don't know. These players are like literally the exact opposite of each other. Sandy is not afraid to push buttons whenever, and Hardlight's afraid to push a button. And unfortunately, that leaves it pretty in Sandy Dandy's favor, because they're the one pushing buttons.
They're the one keeping pressure up constantly.
Yeah. A lot of this could be fixed just by learning what moves are unsafe and how you can punish it. And don't do buttons. Once you start, you never stop again. Oh, you mean I don't have to block this reset? That's OP. I better keep doing it.
What if you did press button?
Depends on who you're fighting. Sometimes it works, sometimes you die.
So what you're saying?
What I'm saying is you can mash against Swaggo or Crank all you want. But when you fight me, I'm just gonna safe jump you. Oh, unfortunate. That should have been a punish. You land canceled it. You can push a button there to punish it. That's not real. That was good. A little bit of a weird hit confirm, but I like the idea.
Oh,
A little bit of lag. If you're gonna be reversing with Pain Wheel, I wouldn't recommend doing Death Crawls because its invuln frames aren't good at all, and it's god awful on block, and it's just kind of not good in general. But if you are going to do it into Espio to keep yourself safe, there's a punish there. You could have dashed up and done something.
I think I saw the way that they walked. I think they did try to like dash, but they didn't do the input right.
Oop. But yeah, if you are going to do Pain Wheel Reversal Super, let the whole thing go and then do Espio. See if you're hitting them first. If you hit them all the way, the SPO conversion's easier because they fly back into it and they don't just bounce in front of it. This is going to sound like really bad advice, but I think my best advice to Hardlight, other than labbing out your combos and stuff, is to play versus bots. Because it looks like you know what you want to do, you're just hesitant to do it. And bots is a training partner that you can play against 24/7 and make sure that your inputs are where you want them to be and that you're doing what you want to do. Arcade mode is an underused resource. Except for Marie, Alt F4 that.
But the lore, Penny.
Alt F4 that.
But the lore.
Oh.
But what if the first fight is Marie of that character's arcade
I
mode?
don't think that happens.
I think it happens for one of them, I'm pretty sure.
Well then, are you sure you're not talking about story mode?
Oh, I may be talking about story mode.
Because I wouldn't know if it was in story mode or not.
Just do story mode, you hex.
No, just story mode. Do arcade, do survival.
Good. Story mode's good fun. And you get to learn the lore.
Sure, but that's not what we're going for here.
Yes, but like it's still the same as arcade experience, but you get
Except
story.
there's more of a gap in between. No story starts with Marie either. Oof.
Like, I'm pretty sure there was one that had Marie like really early, but
Hit and drops. Unfortunate. That's another reason why arcade is good, because you can sit there and do a combo in training room over and over and never drop it, but it's different when you're in a match because you have to worry about getting the hit, and then you have to worry about confirming it into the combo, and then you have to worry about not dropping it, and that's why that super's not good. And then you have to worry about, not dropping it in the panic of the game. And arcade mode still simulates all of those things.
But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't play against players.
Yeah, I mean, still play against people, but I think that playing against bots would be very helpful for Hardlight right now.
Yeah, for like when you're like near to the game, bots are definitely good.
But I wouldn't even say new to the game. I'd say just new to even characters in general. I still do that in like Tekken, because I could sit there and do a combo over and over again, but actually learning how to do it with pressure and confirming and all that stuff, it's still different.
And just be careful though, because like depending on like what difficulty you play, you can get into a habit because some bots just do certain things when you do certain things like all the time.
Yeah, just focus on what I was talking about.
I think fighting games are different because they're usually programmed better than that, but usually you can find like some exploit, and you don't want that to become a habit.
Yeah, that's not a very good habit you want to get into, mashing fly, but if they're only doing low throws, you can do it. Painwheels really doesn't have reversals. It's one of Painwheel's bigger weaknesses. Her reversals kind of suck. We'll probably get someone else to fight Tuck. I might do it if there's nobody in chat. Under 100 hours. She has nothing. Her reversal is level 3. That's her only reversal. It's worse than Eliza. Light armor's like gets broken by anything anyway, though. It's not even like a real mash. Sandy, I'll probably end up fighting Tucker.
Kick him. Ban him.
Which means I need to plug in my stick. So I haven't done that.
Get out of here, Sandy.
Yeah, no, Painwheel's got 0 reversals. She is god-awful on defense. Once you get Painwheel to block something, she should be dead. Hold on, I'm untangling cords because I'm an organized adult.
Organized.
I mean, air level 1's a good reversal, but that's not exactly a ground reversal. My buttons are wrong. Heck. Sam, stay in the lobby. Don't leave the lobby, Sam. Don't you dare. Don't leave that lobby. It's time. Oops. First, though, I want to see how you deal with this. Oops. You're so tiny! Yeah, so Parasol Tear Shot is plus, which is not something you get to push a button in. Your best options to get out of this zoning, other than just jumping out when the tear happens, H-Bang is something that we normally say not to use, but when it comes to counter zoning, it's actually really good. I like the way you're using these sweeps too. You gotta push blocking out here. Otherwise I'm gonna stay in your face forever. And you can't do it on multi-hits. If you push block a multi-hit, I'm gonna stay in. There you go. What do you mean? I like Parasol. Yeah, so that it's a little bit awkward because push blocking her once puts her in crouch medium punch range. You have to push block again. But the tier is where you want to push block. If you push block on the tier detonation, she doesn't go anywhere. Which sometimes you want because it means you can PBGC and hit her. But it's also sometimes not what you want, like if you're not ready to PBGC or something. Or you think she'll bait it. Let's try this. Gotta use the right color. Can't not use the right color. Yeah, they're up immediately. Go to the videos thing, it'll be boop, boop, right there. Friendly reminder to chat, doubles the zoner. Yeah, I like the sweep, but the problem is sweep is vulnerable. Oops. Oh, that's what I went on. It's really good if you're fighting someone like Parasol or Peacock, where the tier goes exactly where you want it to go. But someone like Double, who has so much like coverage with these Lugers and crouch hard punch, sweep is not gonna work. You know, unless I dash into it, then it'll work. Yeah, gotta be careful of that. Monster is quite good. Oops, that's not a gun. Alright, that's something you definitely want to be punishing. Yeah. Yeah, you can also listen to the sound. That's another option. That's alright. Yeah, don't join the lobby if you're here. We unfortunately Get Gr8 runs on a sign-up schedule where you have to sign up beforehand. Yeah, so a lot of what that was a lot of zoning and spacing. Fuqua kind of has an out with that, with air fireballs, because if you're in the air... Sorry, Yoshi, I can't kick you. I'm not the leader anymore. Fuqua has a... Double kind of has a blind spot in her zoning, which is any form of up, not across. Any form of up she can't reach. So, as Fuqua, where you can shoot fireballs from the air, that's really good against that. You seriously reading the chat while zoning? Yeah, so this stream is focused on advice. we have a tournament on Wednesdays that anyone can join, but on Saturdays you have to sign up beforehand, and then we make matchups beforehand, and then we teach you how to play the game. Wins, losses don't matter. We just tell you how to get better at Skullgirls. But it is based on a sign-up system. You can find the details in the Discord. Yeah, on Wednesdays there's a normal hacking tournament. Where's my normal Eliza color? Yeah, and a chance at bad rats. Nice. I'm ESP. I'm just gonna keep jumping around. She's so tiny. Why are you so tiny? Yeah. Hope you like the stick sounds, because, yeah, as Fuqua, if you're trying to air, if you're trying to do anything kind of pressure, jump light punch is definitely her best button. Your first instinct might be jump hard kick, but not so, as jump hard kick is really bad on whiff. I am going to continue pushing buttons. I am Eliza. I play myself. I play myself. Hey. She's so tiny. I never realized how tiny Fuqua is. It's been so long since I fought a Fuqua. Fuqua grabs, if you're talking about the armored one, I can hit the grab and then see that she's doing the grab and then leave and then just get to punish it. So that's not good for her. Yeah. So a lot of the jump light punch would have beaten pretty much whatever I did there. The hitbox on that thing is really, really, really good. I probably should have played Philia for that so that everything doesn't whiff, but whatever, the idea is there. Or like Fortune. Yeah, if you don't ready up, it's fine. Now it's time for this. That's your job now, Sam, since you're the lobby leader. Peacock's a rest-time character. Yeah. Yeah. Peacock is just better Parasol. I mean, you're right. Peacock's a better lot of characters in the game. Yeah. Fish. That's another one where I noticed you trying to get on a Peacock a lot. If you notice I'm not using H item, I can't cover the full screen. I can only cover where the bombs themselves land. which means you're totally free to up back and shoot fireballs yourself. Definitely don't be afraid to shoot fireballs. Fuqua is one of those characters where you want to sit back and shoot things until they get frustrated and come at you, and then you beat them because you have pretty good buttons. And jump, light punch, and stuff. Crouch, heavy punch, and such. Buttons. Okay, I'm gonna do the thing Crank does. Someone's gotta do it while Crank's not here. Where's the, there it is. Someone's gotta do the just stancel too much. It's squiggly. This is one of those things where as soon as you block anything, you want to be push blocking. Oops. I forgot that I don't have an air dash. Nice. I can't neutral jump anymore. Too hard. Yeah, that's 4-4. That's the weirdest matchup in the game, easily. Parasol Valentine. But yeah, as soon as you block anything, you want to be push blocking in that kind of situation. So there's 5 common situations that you'll fight. 5 different like play styles. A little bit of advice for each. Hopefully that was helpful. Yeah. Jesus. Next matchup on stream, and by next I mean final, Missing No versus Varianth. And I will still say, you cannot convince me that CC&D is not a router brand. I know it is. You're hiding it from me. You're insane. Oops. Yeah, doing any character going into stand hard punch is not a good idea. I'm trying to think of... Oh, yeah, let me get the link again. Off the top of my head, there's nobody that wants to go to a heavy on block. Maybe if I thought about it, I could think of something, but other than like starting with a heavy for spacing, like Parasol or Double or something. But like in a block string, I can't think of many. Philly is safe, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still not something you want to do because you lose your turn. You can get away with it, but you don't want to. You lose your turn immediately when you do it. If you do it and it doesn't get punished, you've still lost all the pressure you had, and the other person gets to do it. Doing heavies on block. It's a good hit confirm, but on block it sucks. It's a lot more damage than doing a medium, because her mediums aren't very good, and you're less scaled when you do it that way. Yeah, even then, I still wouldn't do it. There's heavies on block are not good. Do not do. I mean, heavies in block strings, not heavies on block, because spacing with heavies is good. But depending on your character. Like, Bella gets a lot of value out of doing Titan Knuckle spacing. You can do, like, Titan Knuckle into Deflector, so that your hurt box goes back to you really fast. That's fun. Alright, we got the hit. I want to see something that beats Pillar. That did not beat Pillar, but Variant did not Pillar, so it's okay. So, this lets me talk... Is there no sound? Yeah, my sound stopped. Okay, well now you can only hear me, I guess. There's sound? Okay, now you can only hear me because my computer's freaking out. I'm gonna have to restart the stream to fix that. So you're gonna get the rest of this stream, since it's the last matches, without Sam or Skullgirls. And I'm gonna talk to the air, like, sound dumb. But since you can... I'm talking over you, Sam. Since you can still hear me, I still get to talk about the Valentine... No, my voice is... Hey, you want a fun fact about me? I'm 23. I sound 14, but I swear I'm 23. Yeah, you can probably hear him in your head, because, you know, when you play a lot. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? Parasol vs. Valentine. I'm trying to talk about this. It's a really weird matchup. I've talked about it on my streams a lot. I've talked about it in the lab streams a lot, but I'm still going to do it again because of how weird it is. It's very strange. Every Parasol button beats every Valentine button. And every Valentine button beats every Parasol button. And whoever pushes buttons first probably loses. Jump Hard Kick is really good at spacing out Parasol. It hits all of her dead zones very well, and it loses a Stand Hard Punch. But it also beats Stand Hard Punch if the Stand Hard Punch comes out first. And Parasol is really good because Dead Cross is right in the M tier shot. Snipe gives you a lot of value. All your buttons outspace hers. It's such a strange matchup. You want to zone. Zoning is the on both ends is good because Valentine can kind of control her height to dodge tier. Tiers are really good on block in general. The first person to do anything will probably lose if the other person has the correct response. Knowing the correct response is more difficult, but usually it's Jump Hard Kick or Stand Hard Punch. Or Crouch Medium Punch on both characters. Crouch Medium Punch on Valentine is heavily underused. That's not what you want to be doing. I'm going to assume that you wanted to go to Hatred install? I don't know. Anyway, now that I've talked about that matchup and not how to do it because I still haven't fully figured that out yet. I'm just going to stop after the whole thing. I'd have to restart the stream to fix it, probably. So I'm just going to let it go since this is the last matchup. We'll figure something out. I'll go to Discord on my phone and turn it up really loud so that you can hear you through my mic. And people can hear me talking to nobody. And this is why I'm glad I don't watch the VODs, because I already hate my voice. This would drive me insane. Just, come on, Sam, why you gotta do me like that? Sam, I can't believe you'd say something like that. So offensive. And he can't defend himself. Yeah, so especially with these assists, both people just want to be zoning. H-Beam's really good for zoning. Fiber's really good at spacing. That is not what you want to do. That's the Bayo special. I like the tier toss into stuff. Tier toss into Jump Hard Punch is actually better there because you get a combo if it works. I like the DHC into install though. You should learn how to do install zoning. Hatred install zoning is really stupid. It's probably some of the best zoning in the game, which is hilarious because Peacock exists. The way you do it is M or H nail, and then you shoot it, and then you fly cancel it, and then you fast fall the fly, and then you do it again. And it's very quick. It is very, very quick. It is probably some of the dumbest zoning in the game. Definitely lab that out. Figure out how to do that. If you're going to be playing Painwheel mid, you should be expecting to come in and Hatred install whenever you want. Because if you're doing well, then Parasol should not be dying. So Painwheel should always come in on your terms in install. Out of on Dizzy. Yep, that probably could have been a bigger punish with a dash up or something. And Missing No, you should learn a corner combo, because her mid-screen combos don't do any damage. I mean, neither do her corner combos, but it's still more damage. I like how you left with the enough on Dizzy for the last string, but you already used OTG in that Parasol string, which is why I don't like that string. Painwheel's really good at getting in those dead zones. If you hit a jump medium punch like that, you actually get to confirm off of it. If you fly cancel into JMK, you can get a full combo off of it at that height. This is really annoying to get in on his Parasol. You got to do a lot of super jump JHKs and JMKs. It's really hard for her to deal with floats without her super jumping herself. So if you don't know if the other person's going to do that or not, if they don't, you're in for free. That should be a punish. That's an unfortunate autocorrect. That's one of the situations where I'd say you don't actually want to be charging while you do something. I know I've said before you should always be charging, but in a situation like that where you don't know where they land, it is possible to get a forward hard punch instead of a stand late punch. I don't think the stand late punch would have worked either, but it would have been less bad on whiff than forward hard punch. That's something I'd start charging after you push light punch. Sam, come on, you can't say that. But nobody knows that. Yes. Skullgirls. Are we 2 games in? Okay. Nice. Good low. This probably could have been more damage if you converted into a corner combo. I like the overhead, though. That probably could have been faster, but I do like the conversion. Parasol's instant air stomp is the fastest instant overhead in the game. Okay. Good spacing. Good hit. Crouch hard punch? Oh. You could have done crouch hard punch into pillar there for more damage too. And then pick up since you haven't used OTG. Welcome back. I see what you're trying to do with these fuzzies too. The fuzzies are normally a lot better if you already have tiers set up beforehand, because you don't have to commit to the JMK, the tiers just help you convert. I have a setup for that too, if you're interested. It's pretty easy. It's not also not mine, I stole it from Sonic Fox, like most tech in this game is. Yep, good job sitting in that dead zone. That's the unfortunate thing about doing armor, though. You don't exactly turn around when you're doing the armor, so they have a year to just move. However, it is the unblockable. That was not a time you should have gone for a burst bait. Yeah, you could have totally killed there. It worked out because you killed anyway, but... Also, Fortune Anchor is really interesting. If I go into team building mode for a second, Solo Fortune's not good. I mean, it is, but you have to be very good at Fortune for it to work. And I would also recommend doing it headless if you're going to do it. I think that Parasol Painwheel Fortune could work, but I think while you're learning it, you should be playing Fortune Point so that you're getting used to playing her and getting all the matchup experience and all that jazz. And then once you feel super comfortable with her, you can put her on point Anchor again. But even then, I mean, this team is a lot better with Fortune Point because Fortune is probably one of the best points in the game, and Parasol's a pretty solid anchor. If you're uncomfortable with her, you should be playing her point. If you're uncomfortable with a character and you're putting her not point, you are only hurting yourself. You're missing the matchups. Parasol versus Fortune is a matchup that could happen, but a lot of people run like band anchor or double anchor, and not a lot of people run those characters point. So you're going to have matchup experience against double and band, and then you're going to put her point when you're comfortable with her, and you're going to end up fighting Philias and Peacocks, and you're going to be like, what's happening? What do I do? Playing Fortune solo is a lot harder than playing her with assist, too. So if you're going to commit to her anchor, I would recommend playing her point till you're used to her. Maybe even learning headless if you really want to play her anchor, because she's a lot scarier headless. And the good news about playing Fortune Anchor is that you can DHC into her super, and then she comes in headless. You don't have to worry about losing the head. Good hit. Nice. So glad someone's using that attack finally. Proud of you. Oh, missed the pickup. That's unfortunate. There should be a dead Parasol, but also it's Robo, so, you know, anything could happen. Definitely should have spent the super there. Almost had the pickup. Almost. I would even recommend, when you're doing JMP like that, I would recommend fly canceling it on block too, because you get to keep a lot of pressure going. It's kind of like double jump hard punch, where a lot of doubles will do the full hits, and then you know when you can push block, and you know when it's your turn exactly, because the move is really long, you have a forever to see it. It gets a lot scarier when the doubles start fast falling or the pain wheels start fly canceling, because then it's a guessing game. And it's a guessing game where you either get a full combo or you get to keep pressure. It's super in your favor. Also, if you're going for air dare and parasols, use jump light kick, not jump light punch. Or air grab. Her air grab's really good, but jump light kick is the right button to use. It's her fastest air normal. It's got the best hitbox for it. It doesn't leave her dead on whiff. Nice fly cancel with the armor to dodge the bikes. Unfortunately, this is scaled now. I probably wouldn't have gone for an air grab reset, because if you are going to kill, you're going to have to use... maybe one bar will kill. Yeah. Maybe I just don't know pain wheel damages. I mean, it's exactly... If they were bad, they would have DHC'd. Because it killed on one bar. So they knew. That is a heck of a risk. And Fortune is dead now, if he didn't drop it. And Fortune's dead now. The thing about Valentine, that's one of the things you have to be very scared of with Valentine, is once she has a vial, it takes one reset to kill you. Vial does so much damage. You definitely don't want to be mashing against Valentine with Vial, because you will just die. Ah! What's happening? Okay, hold on. Now you're going to hear absolute silence for a second. And we're back. No. Physically, I'm back. Mentally and spiritually, I've never been here. It's one thing I want to see for Varianth, because the way you have to play this matchup, Varianth, you should be doing a lot more stand hard punch anti-airs. Otherwise, she's just going to keep dead zoning all your buttons. Because it's really hard to cover right in front of you without using stand hard punch. In front of you and above. And you can't use pillar either, because she'll just dash over it. I would recommend also finding a conversion that lets you do stomp instant, because you're delaying the stomp a lot to get that conversion to work. It's fine, it's working, but it's kind of a slow overhead. Whereas instant stomp is incredibly fast. Good bait. Depending on the character, if it's a Philia, it's kind of 50-50 whether she's going to get hit or not. But someone like Valentine, whose dash goes forward and up, it is very easy for her to dead zone pillar. But this should be dead. Unfortunately, I had to use a bar. The dream here is you get up to level 5 and get to res a character, but I don't know how realistic that actually is. I do like tagging the assist with the normal there, because that means the assist will take more time to be off cooldown. Fun facts. Unfortunate drop from Missing No. Good dash from Varianth. And that's one of the things I was talking about learning Headless Fortune, because if you do that, you could just take your head off right there and then get safe pressure on their wake up and not have to commit to anything. I think Headless Fortune Anchor could totally be a thing. I don't think it could be top tier, but I think it could be a really good thing. Anyway, yeah, go watch the VODs to hear my thoughts on that. That was a good set. We had a lot of good sets this stream. So thanks for watching Skullgirls Get Great. We're on Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. There's a tournament, and you can beat people up. And I'm smacking myself, because that's how you beat people up. And it's going to be for seeding, and then the 26th, end of the month, there's going to be heckin' prize pool. And if you're bad, you get bad rats, and that's almost a prize in itself. There'll be a better host here on Wednesday, probably, because even if I am here, Crank will probably be here, so that's exciting. Yeah. No, Sam, you can't. Sam, you can't do that.